substances. Let us understand the meaning of molecular substances. So I would like to give a brief discussion on what are the substances or material existence on our planet. Material existence of our planet. Initially our planet was a plasma, a state of plasma. What is plasma? Plasma is a homogeneous mixture of subatomic particles. What are subatomic particles? Subatomic particles are protons, neutrons, electrons and other particles. That is atomic particles. It was a homogeneous mixture, and this plasma initially was at high temperature. What was the temperature of the plasma? It was about 10 to the power of 8 or 9 degrees centigrade, very high temperature. And this temperature has cooled down gradually. It is during the cooling period I am talking about. It has cooled down to 25 degree. Look at that, 10 to the power of 8 to 25 degree. It has cooled down. During this period, what has happened? The plasma has gradually changed into atomic substances. That is a state, that is a stable state of the material. Atomic substances, that is the atom formation. Plasma has changed into atoms. What is an atom formation? Atom formation is first nucleus formation. Atomic nucleus I am talking about, not molecule, it is the cell nucleus. Atomic nucleus is very small, we can't see even through microscope. That's small, tiny particle. The nucleus form, what is the nucleus formation? The nucleus form with a combination of protons and neutrons into a tight space, nucleus formation. And this nucleus then surrounds by electron, as electron cloud. This change as stabilizes the atomic particle, that is atom formation, nucleus and electron cloud. And as a result, all plasma have become atoms. Atoms means a countless number of atoms on this. And how many types of atoms have been formed? That is, as per the periodic table, about 110 or 115, that is different types of atoms are on. On what basis classify the atoms? The number of protons and neutrons present in the nucleus. That will differ from the one atom to other atom. So not more than 115 atoms. Only 115 atoms. Our entire plasma has become a numerous atom upon 115 types of atoms are being formed. Example, the nucleus of hydrogen. What is the nucleus of hydrogen? Nucleus of hydrogen contains one proton and it contains the electron cloud is only one electron. It is the electron cloud. Suppose one electron open with the electron cloud. That is the simplest atom. And next atom is helium. Helium contains two protons, two neutrons, and two electrons as electron cloud. That is atom formation. So likewise, we have atoms. Example, carbon atom. Carbon atom is important atom. Carbon atom. It contains 6 protons, 6 neutrons in the nucleus. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electron cloud around it. And likewise, nitrogen atom. What is nitrogen atom? It contains 7 protons, 7 protons, 7 neutrons, and 7 electron cloud. Likewise, oxygen atom, very important also. Oxygen atom, it is 8 protons, 8 neutrons, and 8 electrons as an electron cloud surrounded. The atom is differ. It is all because of number of subatomic particles which make up the atom. So likewise, 110 atoms means 110 electron cloud in the nucleus, bigger atom that is. So likewise, all the plasma has now become the atomic substances, all the atomic substances during the cooling period. What is temperature has come down from about 10 to the the power of what is that 10 to the power of 8 degree to 25 degrees centigrade. And this 25 degrees centigrade is maintained. It is all because of the distance between the sun and our planet. The distance is the ideal distance in which 25 degrees approximate temperature is approximately 25 degree temperature is maintained usually period of, it is periods of time, that is 25 degree. If our earth is very far from the sun, the temperature would have gone down to minus 50 degree or 1 degree. That was not sustainable for this material existence or molecular substance existence. Now after this atom formation, now the molecules begins to form. How the molecules are formed? What is meant by molecule? Molecules means these atoms, some of the atoms, not all the atoms, combine with other atoms or same atoms, combine to form molecules. What is the combination? Chemical combination. What is meant by chemical combination? Chemical combination is all because of the sharing of electron cloud. What electron cloud? Outermost electron clouds can share and pair up. That is two atoms. Electron cloud share and pair up. A pair of electrons share and pair, forming some kind of binding between the atoms. It is called chemical bond. Binds the two atoms, the chemical bond. That chemical bond is represented by a solid line. Where in chemistry, we see that the chemical bond between the two atoms is a solid line. Chemical between the two atoms is solid line. One line is one chemical bond. Two lines means two chemical bonds. Right. Chemical bond. This will bind the molecules. And this chemical bond, what is just changes, break and make. And this change, that is that break and make, it is all because there are changes in what is that chemical reactions. What are chemical reactions? In chemistry, we talk about in simply what is chemical reaction. Chemical reaction is what is that breaking and making of new chemical bonds. It just happens because 25 degrees ideal temperature, some chemical bonds can break because of temperature, a little variation in temperature or any light effect, and subsequently for a new chemical bond, a molecule change, a molecular change, one molecule to other molecules. So likewise, the molecules are forming all because of chemical bond formation. And some of the atoms, almost all the atoms are involved in the chemistry except few atoms. Atomic state, gold atomic state is stable, and most of the atoms form a chemical compounds, that is molecular substances. It is all because of chemical bond, tendency of chemical bond between the atoms. So this is the reason why the atomic substance have finally changed to molecular substances. After the formation of molecules, you see that the material existence, what type of, how many types of molecules, that is what substances we find usually on the planet. Not a few are like this. We see billions types of substances, billions of variety of substances. But all of them usually made up about around 10 or around 15 atoms only. Molecules are different. If the molecules are different, material is different. That is the reason why we see it is variety of substances, variety of what is our numerous substances, variety of what is our billions of substances on the earth. That is all because of molecule formation. And in this molecule formation, the atomic what is our, some atoms have a tendency to form only one chemical bond. Example, hydrogen is atom can form only one chemical bond, but oxygen has a tendency of forming two chemical bonds. But carbon, look at that, interesting is that has a tendency of forming four chemical bonds. In all carbon atoms, chemical bonds. Nitrogen has a tendency of forming three chemical bonds. Nitrogen. See that? Some of the example like that. So likewise, we have atoms combined, two atoms combined, three atoms combined, five atoms, or number of atoms, or sometimes a molecule contains lakhs of atoms. We have molecules of small molecules and bigger molecules, even bigger molecules, and even very big molecules, a giant molecule. The molecule may contain few atoms or a large atom. If the molecule contains more atom, about lakhs of atoms, that molecule is called as macromolecule or polymer molecule. Polymer. What is polymer? Is giant molecule. Examples of polymer molecules are proteins. We are talking about proteins. What is a protein? Protein, that is proteins, carbohydrates, fats. They are all contains what is that? Lakhs of atoms of carbon. Macromolecules. They are mainly hydrocarbon molecules. What is hydrocarbon molecules? That molecule contains, majority of them are carbon atoms and hydrogen atoms, but very few atoms of oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur are also present in the hydrocarbon. So hydrocarbon is a class of molecules present in all living things. That is, in all living things we see the molecules, the major component is hydrocarbon molecules, small molecules, big molecules, macromolecules. That is, molecules derived out of the atoms, that is hydrogen atoms, carbon atoms, and few atoms of oxygen, nitrogen, macromolecules. So this is what the about the molecular definition. What is a molecule? That is, atoms have changed into molecules, and because of this mixing, that is, numerous possibilities are there, and because of this possibility, we see that numerous molecules, small molecules are there. Now the earth, we see that it is not atomic substances. Very few are in atomic substances. Earth is a mixture of molecules, small molecules, big molecules. And Earth, we see that there are three different phases: physical state of the material, the gaseous state, the gas phase, liquid state, liquid phase, solid phase. In the gaseous, what is that? In the gaseous phase, what is the gaseous phase of our planet? It is atmospheric air. Atmospheric air is a mixture of molecules, small molecules are there. What are the molecules present in the atmospheric air? Oxygen molecules, not oxygen atom, oxygen molecules, O2, two atoms of oxygen combined. Hydrogen molecule, two hydrogen atoms combined. And nitrogen molecules, two nitrogen N2. Carbon dioxide molecules, carbon, two oxygen atom molecules. And likewise, it's a mixture of all the, and also water vapor is there. Water is also in the gaseous state, that is H2O. Atmospheric air, that is a gas phase containing all these molecules. And the liquid phase of our planet, mainly water. It is 25 degrees centigrade. That is, water is in liquid state. Sometimes solid state, low temperature. Zero variation of temperature, zero. From zero is solid. When it comes to 25, gas. When it goes to what is that, more than 25 or 30, become vaporizes, become gas. That is a property, very important property of water. It is changing from solid to liquid, liquid to gas. Very important for life sustaining element or compound of this water molecule. So what are like these molecules? So this is why we have the liquid state and also solid. What solid you see on the earth? You see that mud and rock is a solid. What is mud and rock? Well, consists of molecules. What molecules? Silicate molecules. Silicon dioxide, talking about what chips making. Silicon dioxide, silicate minerals. Silicate minerals of metal. This is aluminum silicate, aluminum, magnesium, calcium, all is silicate. Silicate minerals. And also carbonates and bicarbonates of metals. Whereas mud and rock is mainly consists of the silicate minerals. In addition to that, carbonate and bicarbonate, sulfates, there's different types of molecules are there, mixture, solid state, mud and rock. And also other solid form, mainly we see in the form, what is that, living organisms. What are living organisms we see on the earth? That is plants and animals. These plants and animals, these the materials, what molecules are present? There are variety of molecules. Mainly polymer molecules are there in living things. Major content is polymer molecules, giant molecules are there. What are those giant molecules we are talking about in the literature? Carbohydrate. What is carbohydrate? Is a macromolecule of glucose. Glucose units combined to form a big macromolecule. Polymer of glucose. Big molecule containing carbon atoms of lakhs of atoms. Carbohydrate molecule. Protein molecule. What is protein molecule? I'll tell you what I'll talk about later. Protein molecules, a macromolecule, hydrocarbon molecule. Nucleic acid, genetic material. It also contains nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen molecule. A big macromolecule. And fat. what is the fat? The fatty acid, also macromolecule fatty acids and hydroxylic acid, fat and fat. And other simple molecules, small hydrocarbon molecules, minerals are also there in living things. Minerals as metals, minerals very important. And small molecules, water is also very important. Compound is water. Without water, the life is not sustaining. In living things, that is, these are the molecules composed of living and living things. And this is about, I'm talking about the molecules or molecular substances. Now it is clear to you, the plasma has changed into atoms and atoms have changed into molecules. Because of molecule formation, we can see variety of substances. If there is no molecule formation, you could have seen only about 110 types of substances, that is elemental substances. But nature is very fantastic. The nature is very fantastic that the atoms have a tendency of forming molecules and making materials of numerous materials, living, non-living and things. This is our planet. Now, let us come back to our molecule, that is amino acids and proteins. What are amino acids and proteins? They are molecular substances. What are the molecules of amino acids and what are the molecules of proteins? That is the lecture, the center of our lecture. What are amino acid molecules? I have written a molecule like on this board. That is the formula, basic formula of amino acid. The basic formula of amino acid is this. This is amino acid basic formula. Look at this. Carbon atoms are present in the molecule and how the atoms are connected by chemical bond. Carbon atom is here. This carbon atom is connected to, this is a group of atoms, it is called as carboxylic group. In organic compound, organic chemistry, you call it as carboxylic group, COOH. And this is chemically bonded to NH2, that is amino group. This amino group, it is called basic group, this group is called acidic group. This behaves like a acidic, this behaves as a base. And a carbon is connected to hydrogen atom. This is common. Non-amino acids, and is connected to carbon. There is a carbon containing different groups of atoms. Here atoms is there. This R is, what is that? Is a group of atoms. It is different from amino acid to amino acid. I will tell you what are the amino acid present and how this R differ from one amino acid to other amino acid. And interestingly, I want to see the structure, complete structure of this group. It is called as, this carbon is called as alpha carbon. This alpha carbon, look at that structure, the chemistry of this group. Carbon connected by 4 chemical bonds. This is alpha carbon because to this carbon atom both carboxylic group and amino group connected. C double O and connected to other atom and connected to other atom, that is COH structure, that is chemical bond structure. This is connected to nitrogen and this nitrogen is connected by one nitrogen atom on chemical bonds, that is H. This is connected to carbon of this group up. So this is a basic structure of amino acids. A written structure with all chemical bonds and what atoms. This is common in all amino acids. There are about 21 amino acids in nature. These amino acids are present in all living things. In plants are also there, animals also there. And in plants, where they form, how they form. In animals, where they form, how they form. I'll tell you later in detail where these amino acids and proteins exist in the animal, there is in the living system. So now I want to go in detail. What is that? That is, I want to go in detail about this amino acid, different amino acids. So I told you in our living system, plants and animals, 21 amino acids are present. Totally 21 amino acids are present. Isn't it? Amino acids. So these amino acids differ only by R group. Let me recall the structure of every amino acid. I have 21 amino acids there. Under the different headings, I'll tell you what is the reason for headings, headlines. Let me talk about the simplest amino acid. Look at this. This is called as glycine. What is the amino acid? This group is common. Look at that. There is no difference between this group and this group. All amino acids. What is R group? R is only H. That is why simplest amino acid. If you replace R by H, it becomes glycine amino acid. The name is called glycine. Amino acid is called glycine. And next amino acid is alanine. Carbon. Look at this. This is common. Connected to CH3 in place of H. Alanine. So likewise, the R group is different for different amino acids. It is called as alanine. And one by one we just go to this is called valine. Amino acid is called as valine. This is common. This is common from a. What is R group? This is called as R group. C, CH3, H, CH3. This amino is called as valine. And other amino acid is called as leucine. Leucine is other amino acid. This carbon is common and CH2. R is, I am talking about the R group of the amino acid. CH2, C connected to CH3, H, CH3. This is called as R group. It is known as leucine. What is isoleucine? Look at this same group but structure is different. In place of CH2, what is that? CH3 rearrangement. This is R group of isoleucine. And one more amino acid, threonine. Threonine R group is CHOH CH3. CHCH3, that is hydrocarbon chain, aliphatic. It is called as aliphatic hydrocarbon. Connected with OH is called alcohol. Alcoholic group. OH means alcohol. Connected to aliphatic alcohol group. So that is called threonine. And other amino acid, methionine, methionine, that is R group is this. Look at this R group. This is common. CH2, CH2, CH3. Sulfur is there. Sulfur and then CH3. This is R group. Methionine. And next is lysine. R group is this. CH2, 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 NH3, amine. Amine group is there plus hydrogen. That is acidic. This is R. Next amino acid, phenylalanine. Phenylalanine, what is R group? CH2 and benzene ring. CH2 connected to benzene ring. This benzene is called as aromatic hydrocarbon. There is no only CH2, CH2 is called aliphatic. The benzene ring is called as aromatic hydrocarbon because we call them the hydrocarbons as classified as aliphatic hydrocarbons and aromatic hydrocarbons. And the aromatic hydrocarbons, where there is a benzene arises, it is called aromatic. So it is an aromatic CH, but is carbon, cyclic carbon, CH, 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 carbon atoms are there, alternate double bond. It is called as benzene ring. And next is histidine. R group is this. It is not benzene. It is pentacyclic, because nitrogen, nitrogen connected. Carbon, this carbon, 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 nitrogen, nitrogen, nitrogen. So this hydrogen of course is there. Double bond, double bond. This is R group. Is a base. Wherever NH is there, base. Presence of base. And next is tryptophan. Tryptophan. CH2 connected to. This is benzene. It is not benzene. This is a pentacyclic 5-ring nitrogen. This is R group, tryptophan. Amino acid difference. Next amino acid is serine. Serine means R group is CH2OH. Look the difference. Threonine CHOH, CH, but here CH2OH. There is no CH. R group. Next amino acid ornithine. Ornithine CH2, 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 NH2. Here amino group. Already amino group is there, one more amino group. And overall, the net it is basic. The molecule is acidic because of this. The molecule is base because of this. this neutralizes, but extra base is there. The net effect is basic compound. It is ornithine, this R group. So presence of R group will make the molecule properties different. Molecules, small molecules. And next is glutamine. CH2, CH2, CONH2. So the presence of CONH2 is called as amides, organic compound. The class of these are amide groups, amines and amides. CONH2, that is R group. And tyrosine. Look at that R is this. CH2 benzene ring OH. This is only aromatic, but this is aromatic with OH group connected to aromatic group. It is called phenol. Another class of organic compounds, phenolic compounds. What is phenol? If OH hydroxyl group chemically connected to benzene, it becomes phenol. If hydroxyl group connected to aliphatic group like this, it is called alcohol. Look at the difference. Alcohol, phenol, like this. Phenolic compound, R. Next is arginine. Arginine. R is CH2, 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 N. Look at NH, C, NH, NH2. There are 3 nitrogen atoms in the R group. Nitro compound. And next is proline. Look at that, this is common, but in place of H, what is that? Is heterocyclic. This is R group is this cyclic compound. H2, CH2, CH2, NH. Pentacyclic. Next is asparagine. R group is CH2, CONH2 amide. Just like this. Here one CH2, there are two CH2. Amide, glutamine is amide, asparagine is amide. And aspartic acid and glutamic acid. Look at the difference. Aspartic acid, R group is CH2COH. Here glutamic acid, CH2CH2COH. Other is OH is the carboxylic acid, neutralizes. But extra carboxyl group is there. Extra carboxylic group is there. Therefore, net is what is that? Acidic effect. These are acidic substances. Aspartic acid. Likewise, we have what is that? 21 amino acids. Overall, 21 amino acids there. The structure, what is that? Molecules. All the molecules have one common group, is functional group. This is common is here, and that is R is differ from one amino acid to other one. This is only 21 amino acids are present in all living things, all plants, animals, even microbes, macro living or micro living. Only these types of amino acids are present in this. And this is what the structure of the amino acids is molecules. And now talk about the protein substances. What is the protein substance or protein molecule? I told you protein molecule is a macromolecule or polymer molecule. It is arises out of what is that? Amino acids. What is amino acid formation? Amino acid chemically combine. Amino acid can chemically combine and form what is that? A protein molecule. So many amino acids can combine. There is a possibility of combine. This is a reactive. What is that? Carboxylic group, amino group. The reactive group, because this hydrogen bond is reactive. This chemical bond is reactive, and this chemical bond is reactive. Look at that, chemically reactive. Possibility now. That is favorable. Reaction is spontaneous. So this at 25 degree, it is possible that this chemical bond can break and make new chemical bond. How they make molecule among themselves only. So what are the amino acids? I don't know. This is a chemical reaction between the amino acids. This is one amino acid. Of course, I have done different way. This is one amino acid I have written. Look at the same structure. Another amino acid. They react between these ends, this end and this end. This chemical bond, this chemical. And the molecules come in this orientation. What is that? These chemical bond break this chemical bond break, and these atoms are eliminated with the formation of water. These fragments combine, forming water molecule. Water molecule is eliminated, and with the elimination of these atoms, this nitrogen has a tendency of forming new chemical bond, because tendency, what is that? This chemical bond and this carbon atom to form a new chemical bond between these two. These fragments then, what is the remaining fragments then combine chemically like this. So this fragment through carbon atom, this fragment through nitrogen atom combine. This is a new chemical bond between the two fragments, that is amino acid fragment. And this is these molecules combine, two molecules combine, forming what is that? This is atoms with this, all these atoms called peptide bond. This is called chemical bond, is called peptide bond. This is possible in all amino acids. So once the reaction takes place, look at that, this side similar and this side. This reaction can continue. This side, what is that? Other molecule, other amino acid facing COH this side, COH this side, and other amino acid molecules facing NH2 this side can chemically combine to form two more peptide bonds like this. So likewise, amino acids combine one by one in a linear fashion, and these amino acids combine in large number, about 50,000 amino acids can combine, or what is that? 2,000 amino acids can combine, or lakhs of amino acids can combine. But in the living system, what is that? 50 to about 2,000 amino acids can combine in linear fashion with a chemical reaction like this. This chemical reaction can be repeated with the adjacent amino acids. All amino acids come together and linearly combine from polymer. It is called as polymerization. The amino acid is called as monomer. This is called as polymer. After the chemical reaction, the polymer, the protein macromolecule, what is that? A linear giant molecule is formed like this. This is a line showing a linear molecule containing what is that? All carbon hydrogen atoms. Peptide bonds like this. Repetition of this. These atoms are not showing only line showing a molecule. A linear giant molecule containing about 50 to 2,000 amino acids. A big macromolecule is formed, and this molecule is called as protein molecule. And this protein synthesis or protein formation, where it is occurs? It occurs in what is that? In the cell of the living. There is cell. We have two types of cells, that is animal cell and plant cell. Inside the cell, I will tell you what is the site of synthesis of amino acid in the cell. Not only the synthesis takes place, and back reaction also takes place. What is back reaction? Amino acid into proteins, proteins into amino acids, splicing. That is also possible. In the biological system, in the living system, both ways are reversible. That is, protein molecule formation of protein molecules, polymerization. And these polymer molecules are also what is that? Spliced by hydrogen. Again back. Water can act at this chemical bond and breaks away into two separate amino acids like this. Likewise, splice away chemical bond. This is called hydrolysis. Hydrolysis slices the protein into simple amino acids, and polymerization make all amino acids into a big polymer molecule, macromolecule. This is both reactions are possible in what is that actually in the cell, that is a living cell. That is cell like this. I will tell you what is the site of synthesis, what is the site of what is that splicing, or what is that degradation. I mean degradation of protein. That's what. So this molecule can break up into amino acids, and these amino acids can combine to form giant molecule. Polymerization. That is the reaction is possible. So this is animal cell and plant cell. What is a cell? Let us talk about, because cells means in human body. Cell means what is a cell? It is a cell. There are two types of cell. It is approximately spherical. Animal cell is spherical in shape. Plant cell is rectangular in shape. What is a cell? Microscopic. You can't see by naked eye. Yeah, see that small is that. Microscopic. We can see only view through microscopic particle. So this cell is the smallest possible living unit. What is cell? Smallest possible living unit. And these cells make up the organism or living thing. So these cells make up means not one or two, it is what is that billions or trillions of them like this. Our human body, we know that each human body contains how many cells? Of course, different cells are there. How many cells are there? 37 trillion cells. 37 billion, not billion. 37 trillion cells. Human body. And also plants also contains trillions of cells. The plant cells. So here the cell. So what is a cell actually? The cell is present actually in its surrounding. It is not existing as if like this. It is always present in what is its own environment. What is the environment? It is a tissue matrix. So tissue means is organic. Tissue is macroscopic. Cell is microscopic. Actually, human body or any animal body, it is actually composed of not one organ, many organs. It is differentiated into many organs. Our human body, how many organs are present in our human body? 78 organs are present. 78 organs are present. What are the important organs of our human body? Brain is one important organ. Heart, liver, kidney, lungs. These are some of the important 5 or 6 are important organs. And all organs, 78 organs are there. What is an organ? Organ is a tissue. It is a tissue structure, tissue texture is that. Tissue material in which cells are embedded. In each organ, each organ has its own tissue matrix. And in that tissue matrix, all cells are embedded. You see that each organ contains about billions of cells. Imagine that. Each organ of our body contains billions of cells. These cells are embedded. And what is that? Included in the tissue culture. That is, tissue is the environment in which this is living. The environment in which it can make a living life. Tissue matrix. That is a supporter. Environmental support for every cell. So this tissue matrix, you are not sitting in a tissue, it is only cell level. Here also the same plant cell, it has its own tissue structure. It is embedded in all this. All plant organs. So what does usually plant organs are there? Leaf is an organ. Stem is an organ. Root is an organ. Flower is an organ. Seed is an organ. So every organ, it has its own tissue structure in which cells are embedded. Your tissue is macroscopic, cell is microscopic. We see number of cells are embedded, and each cell carrying out the function. That is, it's a living. All reactions, any synthesis, all chemical reactions, biological reactions, all take place only inside this cell. And its environment will give a support for its living. Because we live in an environment, it is suitable with us. That is why cells is suitable means in the tissue texture. So this is what I am talking about. Next is what is that? I will give this is, I want to talk about the amino acid and protein synthesis, where actually it takes place, this reaction in the cell. Look at the cell, I give a brief account of the cell, not in detail. What is animal cell, what is plant cell? Animal cell, we have cell membrane. Because lipid bilayer cell membrane is separate cell contents from its surroundings, that is tissue matter, which is separate. What is that? Boundary which separates contents. It has its own contents and tissue has its own contents separated. And also we have a membrane. What is cell membrane? Plant membrane. Look at the difference. Cell membrane is there and it is covered by what is that? Wall. One thick wall is there. This cell wall is made of cellulose. It is rigid material. but it has no rigid material, only cell membrane. Double layer, lipid double layer here, cell membrane. This is cell wall difference. And look at that, others, each cell has some compartments, or they are called as organelles. Their own components, their components, their own bodies, cell bodies. Here see that the body, this is nucleus. I call this. This is mitochondria. I'll tell you one by one. In brief only I will tell mitochondria. It is Golgi bodies, Golgi apparatus. And we have what is that? Surrounding nucleus we have endoplasmic reticulum. There are two types. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum, a rough endoplasm. I'll tell you later what is that. And this is cytoplasm, fluid material. Water with what is that? Solutions. Nucleus. And lysosome. Ribosomal body, very important to talk about later because these are ribosomes on which protein synthesis takes place. Where actually this protein synthesis reaction takes place in the cell, it is at the site of it contains ribosomal bodies. Ribosomes in the cytoplasm, ribosomes attached to what is called endoplasmic reticulum. Where the ribosome field is called as rough endoplasmic reticulum. Where there is no ribosome, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. There are two types of cell bodies. They have the organs, small organs with membrane also is like this. Membranous organs. Here also. Same organs are present. Nucleus like this. Golgi bodies, cytoplasm, that is fluid material. It contains what is the contents, soluble contents of water. And mitochondria as in cell, animal cell wall difference. And lysosomal bodies. Ribosomes, cytoplasmic ribosome, and reticulum, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes are present. And liposomes is a gag. Liposomes containing enzymes. These enzymes, what is that? They can slice the macromolecules. Macromolecules of these organelles when they are damaged. There is any damage of these organelles or unwanted things enter. These lysosomes, what is that? They are enzymes come out. And what is that? Slice. What is that? They slice the macromolecules and remove the waste and take up what is useful for this. Also, they can use up what is that? What is released components for their own use or unwanted can send out. These lysosomes. All enzymes, bag of enzymes. I'll tell you what enzymes are proteins again. Now this is what the difference. What is the difference between this is a nucleus? Difference between animal cell and plant cell. Difference is here cell membrane not covering a thick material like this. Difference. And here chloroplast is present. There is no chloroplast. What is chloroplast? This is a chloroplast, very important. This is important chloroplast. I am talking about each cell contains about 40 chloroplast. Within only one 40 chloroplast. And mitochondria, there are many mitochondria. And in Golgi bodies, there are many Golgi bodies, ribosomes like this. So here chloroplast. What the function of chloroplast? That organelles in which what is chloroplast is there, one coloring material is there. That coloring material convert light energy of the sun, light ray of the sun into what is the chemical compound. The glucose change into glucose. A chemical compound, glucose, by the combination of carbon dioxide and water. Yeah, I'll tell you where the carbon dioxide come and water come to this side. So in this what is that? Is synthesize glucose, make food. Not only what is that? What is the food runoff? Glucose and then into polymer product, glucose into starch, hydrocarbon, the food material, glucose into cellulose, glucose into what is that? Cellulose and many others. Many other polymer, hydrocarbon polymer. They use for their own use and also they can store up for what is that? Benefit of other animals, because all animals, the food depends on this chloroplast animal. This is a key important. This is one synthesized variety of food. That is, It synthesizes carbohydrate, not only carbohydrate, protein, not only protein, lipids are also synthesized, and all these materials are making a chloroplast, and all this requires no energy from this mitochondria, and this is one process taking place. And here we don't have chloroplast, we are not making any food, but this animal cell or animal depends mainly on the food prepared by the plant, chloroplast. Plant to animal, animal to animal, or plant to animal directly, the food we take. That is, we not make any food, it is a one plant, chloroplast plant, food that is making it. This is what, and the organelles, what is that? This organelle is the nucleus of the animal cell. This nucleus and this nucleus, what is the nucleus? Here, genetic material is stored. Yes, safe house for genetic material. Genetic information is stored in the form of DNA molecule. DNA is again a polymer molecule. What is a polymer? Polymer of nucleotide. Each monomer is nucleotide. Contains base, sugar and phosphate. So nucleotides, that is lakhs of nucleotides polymerized to get a nucleic acid. In the form of what is that? 46 chromosomes, 46 DNA molecules are present. 46 chromosomes are stored. Safe house for storing of genetic material. And information stored up in the form of nucleotide. This information is useful for synthesis of the substances, which can act as a make and break. We can come out that substances now. What is that prepare? No? What is the prepare? What is that? This is in accordance. There is a information stored in the nucleic acid. What is that? Accordingly, that information will make the materials or substances. These substances, what is that? Will make or break of the substances which, as per the requirement of the cell and the organism, but under the instruction of the central nervous system. In animals, we have central nervous system is controlling. This cellular activity is controlled by the central nervous system. In accordance with the central nervous system, this cell receives the signal and send the signal. Accordingly, this DNA information, what is that? DNA, that is information, genetic material information, will make the materials, that is protein molecules or something like this. What is that? Will make and come out, and they act like this. Act what to break, what to make. Make the cell healthy. That is the genetic material stored up here. But here there is no central system. The cell itself is what is that sensor. Accordingly, it can, what is that? The genetic material act. There is a difference between plant cell and animal cell. That is one difference. Mitochondria is there. Mitochondria. What is the purpose of mitochondria? Mitochondria. The energy is released for the cellular activities. For all cellular activities, energy is important. Main source of energy is glucose. Plant use glucose for other. Plant use glucose for itself. This glucose changed into, what is that? A chemical compound ATP. That is glucose, chemical compound. That is, in the glucose, the light energy is stored up. Yeah, light energy is stored up in the glucose. That glucose, chemical energy, is changed to other chemical energy, ATP. ATP is what is that? Chemical compound by which all cellular activities make use of that energy in the ATP, but not from directly glucose. Glucose cannot be energy to all cellular reactions. But every cellular activity, every cellular reaction can take energy from the ATP in the form of electron transfer. That is why the ATP formation is very important in mitochondria. So for every cellular activity, ATP produces, depending on the amount of energy we need, it makes ATP molecules, mitochondria. And there is Golgi bodies here, ribosomal. What is that? Ribosomal bodies are there. It is on the endoplasmic reticulum and also cytosol present in the cytosol. On this, what is that? Ribosomes. Synthesis of this protein take place. On this ribosomes, whether a plant cell or animal cell, synthesis of amino acid, that is protein synthesis. So all amino acids are there. A cytosol contains all amino acids are there. Cytosol contains all amino acids, no? That is supplied from the into cell. So these amino acids undergo what is that? Polymerization at the site of the ribosomes. At the site of polymer, the polymer is synthesized. That is why I am talking about this. These are the centers, or what is that? These are the centers concentrate on which protein synthesis take place by making use of amino acids present in the cytoplasm. That is, cytoplasm is a water contains solution of amino acids. They are water soluble. All amino acids are available. And I tell you it's like which amino acids our human body makes, which amino acid the plant cell makes, and on the basis of that we are calling the essential amino acid and non-essential trace. And also tell you the mechanism or the process in which the amino acids change into protein molecule is a different, there is a biochemical mechanism. Just in brief, I will go through this at the ribosomes in the next class continuation. Thank you very much.